so you can put your mouth on it. And now that they're nice and clean, all you gotta do, take them off the mold, package them, coming to a party city near you. And it's just like, sucks them off the mold. Okay. Oh yes, that's a lot of balloons. And then the fun part where you gotta test them out. Put them on the blow. Oh, that is a big balloon. Ma'am, how big is it gonna get before it explodes? Ah, it's getting too big. Apparently it's not even big enough. Okay, well, it's fine. No holes, no nothing. We good? Wow, interesting. This one's super satisfying. How you make oil paint, you know, the expensive one. Oh, it's so thick. The thickest, most luxurious of paint. So they take the powdered pigment, mix it up with an oil. I didn't know it was just that. And then spoon the mixture into the rolls, roll it on up. That's all there is to it. How you make erasers? They gotta be rubber, right? Oh, these are the fancy ones. Oh yes. Making erasers is an intense process. Calm down. They just erasers. Really now? Ooh, that's a lot of rubber. Oh, the forbidden bubble gum. So in the 1700s, they used a certain tree resin to make rubber balls. And then later they found out that you can use those rubber balls to rub out mistakes from a pencil. And then they started calling them rubbers. So it's not because of the material, but because it could literally rub out the mistakes. But the tree resin that they were using would eventually start rotting. So they're like, you know what? We'll make something a little bit better. There's a ton of ingredients that go into making an eraser. Whose kitchen is this? So the main ingredient is synthetic rubber. First, they put the rubber through a mill. It like rolls it up. Wasn't always pink. So if there were any defective erasers, they would just like throw them into the batch. They recycle them. Imagine being a defective eraser. The whole point of your existence is to erase mistakes. But what happens when you're the mistake? You get rolled right back into the batch. We gonna try this again. So they add accelerators and sulfur and then red food coloring. So it didn't always start out pink. You can have erasers in any color. And then they blend it all up. Pink looking real sus right here. And then vegetable oil. But we're not making a cake. Oh, but it does look like dough though. And then you got this nice thick roll of rubber sheet. Oh yes, that looks nice. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of mistakes. I wonder if the factory workers ever just take the sheet and then wrap it around themselves and be like, I have a mistake that you can't get rid of. And then they take the rubber squares, put them in some cold water. So to make the erasers that erase both pen and pencil, they make an eraser with two different layers. There's a pink side for pencil and then the blue side for pen. I didn't know that. The blue contains pumice, which makes it like extra abrasive so it can erase ink. Get rid of it. Never existed. Slap those bad boys together, put it in the steam press. Ooh, look at like some cotton candy. Then they get rid of the excess. And then you got some mighty fine sheets of eraser. Put them together. I want to see everything get cut. Oh yes, this is the best part. You just chop, 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 chop. Chop them up into eraser size. And then wham, bam, you got some erasers, ma'am. Oh, it's so nice when they chop them all up. And then they go into a giant barrel. And then they throw some talc powder in there to prevent them from sticking together. That's why they feel a little dry or like crusty or dusty. Throw them around a little bit, smooth out the edges so they're not like super sharp. You know, we want erasers to be soft, not intimidating. Stamp them with the logo and then package them all up. Ooh, you got a human doing this? You gotta be fast. This is a soap factory run by humans,
not robots.
So the soap is a mixture of olive oil, sodium, and water. My dude heats everything up, mixes it up, makes sure there are no chunks, and then they pour the hot mixture onto the floor to set. You know, this ain't like a fancy factory or anything. They just gonna put it on the floor, hammer it up, and then they cut it. Y'all are walking on my soap, bro. I use that on my face and my butt. Y'all stepping all over it. Basically, when it's set, they measure it, they cut it all up, and then my dude over here, pro stacker,